Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I would like to share with you some recommendations that I have for the Severin sale. Now if you're not aware, Severin Films is going on sale in actually a couple days. I'm recording this video on a Wednesday and the sale starts on Friday, actually at midnight, so technically Thursday night into Friday. And I am very excited. For those that follow this channel, you'll know that Severin Films is my second favorite label of all time, right behind Criterion, and I absolutely love everything that they've put out. I feel like it is such a fun company that there's just so many interesting movies that they've released over the years, and they recently they've been releasing some amazing 4Ks and just amazing films in general. And so today I just wanted to go over just some recommendations. I think I have here like 12 movies that I just want to talk about very, very briefly. And yeah, these are just some recommendations that I picked off of my shelf. You can kind of see behind me, maybe this shelf right here and this one. I think those are the two shelves that are Severin. Yeah, those two shelves right there are all Severin films, and I love the company. I cannot get enough of what they have. I am very excited for this sale, and my shopping cart is already like all filled up, ready to go, just waiting on the sale to actually start. But yeah, I'm just going to jump right into a few of these recommendations. Now I just have these in alphabetical order, so they're not in any kind of order besides that. But the first one here, this is a movie that I recently watched this last year, and that is the movie Action Mutant. Sorry. This movie is so interesting. It's in Spanish. It's 95 minutes long. It's from 1992. And yeah, this is a movie that just, I don't even know how to describe. I feel like it is one of those that the less you know about the movie, the better. It is such a fun, weird, quirky, like horror sci-fi type of movie. The characters and the world just feel very like lived in, and like it just feels like a very like gritty type of world, if that makes sense. And I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend grabbing this one. The 4K does come with a slipcover. However, my copy, unfortunately, I did not get a slipcover because I got this used, and so yeah, it's actually a pretty fun slipcover, so I'd highly recommend grabbing this one during the sale while it's 50% off. I should add too that not every title that I will be talking about, I don't actually know if all of them would be 50% off. The way the sale works, for those that are not familiar, basically for movies that were released within the last 12 months will be 50% off, and then on Saturday only is their box set day, so only select box sets will be 50% off. And I'll throw up some like different information here in the video of stuff from Severin, whether that's, you know, certain movies that will be 50% off for the first time, and it looks like also some films will be up to 75% off, and so I am very excited about that. I remember them doing that last year, and unfortunately I was not able to participate in the sale last year, but yeah, this year I am very excited. This next one that I wanted to talk about, this is one that, again, I watched semi-recently, and I believe this will be 50% off during the sale, if I remember correctly, and that is the movie Cemetery Man. This is a 4K of the movie, and this, I believe, is the original, I believe the original Spanish title? I'm not sure exactly, but here it is, the 4K disc. Cemetery Man, and yeah, this is from 1993. It's 103 minutes long and in English. This is a very interesting one. I feel like this is one that was like one that I completely missed before this release, and so it was very interesting. And I won't give anything away because I feel like it goes back to the less you know about the movie, the better. But the ending was very surprising to me. So, Cemetery Man. This next one is another 4K, and I promise there's some Blu-rays in here. It's not all just 4K, but this is by the same director as Action Mutant, and that is the film Day of the Beast, or rather, The Day of the Beast. So this is a Spanish horror film, and here I'll show it without the slipcover here. It's from 1995. It's in Spanish. It's in 104 minutes long. But this particular director, actually, all of his movies that I've seen are very interesting. They all feel like they are very lived in, and the characters feel very real. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. I would probably butcher it, so I'll just show it here. But yeah, very interesting film. It's basically about kind of preventing the end of the world. And yeah, interesting film. I would highly recommend checking this one out. This next one that I want to talk about, this is one that I watched earlier this year as well, and that is the movie Death Warmed Up. I'll show it here without the slipcover on it. This is from 1984, and it's 80 minutes long and in English. This is a movie that I believe it is from New Zealand, is the origin of the film. This movie feels like a New Zealand horror film. I don't know how to describe it, but if you've seen Dead Alive, which is Peter Jackson's film, this feels very similar in that just over-the-top kind of way, and I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun, and the set design, I think about this movie actually quite often, of just like the set design and just some of the things that happen in the movie, and it's definitely worth checking out. But yeah, that is Death Warmed Up. This next movie, I actually really liked this one as well, and it is a 4K, but that is the movie The Great Alligator. This is a English-Italian production, I believe. So I think it's in English, but I think there's also an Italian track of the movie as well. But it's from 1979, and it's 89 minutes long. This movie felt very like just being filmed in the Amazon rainforest, essentially. I don't know if it wasn't filmed in the Amazon or if it's set in the Amazon, but it feels like that. It has that same like feeling as movies like, I don't know, Cannibal Holocaust or Anaconda, or any of those movies that were like set in the rainforest and just kind of in a very brutal environment. But I really enjoyed this one. It kind of I believe this is the one that takes place on it's like kind of a like a vacation spot, and then there's this alligator, and it's kind of like starting to kill people, and it's a very interesting movie, and I really enjoyed it. I do know that the 4K does come with a slipcover, but unfortunately, again, I do not have a slipcover on this one. But yeah, The Great Alligator. This next one I know is going to be a hot item during the sale, because this is going to be the first time that this movie will be on the sale of 50% off on the Severin website. And that is the movie Dario Argento's Opera. This movie is absolutely incredible, especially the fact that this is a 4K, a really nice edition of it too. It comes in this slip box with a really like nice booklet, and I believe it's a 4-disc or 5-disc. Yeah, 5-disc 4K of the film. And so you have the 4K, the Blu-ray of, see, the US cut, the director's cut, another Blu-ray disc, and the CD soundtrack. And so you have, let's see, you have the director's cut at 107 minutes long, Terror at the Opera, which is the US cut, at 96 minutes long. It's from 1987. It's English, Italian with optional English subtitles. So this movie, if you have not seen Opera, but you are a fan of Dario Argento, I would highly recommend checking this out. I feel like this image alone is so iconic for like Argento, and yeah, this is a very interesting film, and the artwork on this is absolutely beautiful. It looks amazing on a shelf. And so I would highly recommend grabbing this while it is 50% off. I pre-ordered this actually when it first went on sale. But yeah, definitely, if you are a fan of Argento, this is definitely the best option for this movie. This next movie that I want to talk about, this is another 4K that, yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And that is the movie Perita Durango. I believe I'm saying that right. But this is the same director as The Day of the Beast and Action Mutant. Apparently I'm a really big fan of this director. I really like his work. But this movie actually reminds me a lot of Natural Born Killers, but it is based off of the novel that is the prequel to Wild at Heart. And so if you are a fan of Wild at Heart, I feel like you would enjoy this movie. Let's see, this is the it without the slip cover on it, and it's from 1997, and it's 130 minutes long, and it is in English, but I believe there is a Spanish dub as well. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It is I think there was a DVD of this movie that was slightly cut, but this is the complete uncut version of the movie. And yeah, if you're a fan of movies like, I mean, either Natural Born Killers or Wild at Heart, or kind of that, you know, just like a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation where it's just a couple doing crime. I feel like if you're a fan of that type of movie, you would really enjoy this one. So, highly recommend checking this one out. This next one is actually a film that I watched a couple years ago, and it's from the director of Alejandro Jodorowsky. I feel like if you are not familiar with that director, you may have heard of some of his films, such as El Topo or The Holy Mountain. And this is the one movie in the Severin catalog that is like belongs to him. And I believe this was actually one of my first Severin films releases. I think I got this actually, I ordered this off of eBay years ago, mainly just to have a copy of this movie. And that is the movie Sangre. And yeah, this is an incredible 4K edition of the film. You get this just insane, like really thick box. I'll show this side of it. And then you have like this, like, I think it's a 4-disc collection where you have the 4K, the Blu-ray, a bunch of art cards, and the soundtrack. I'll try to show it here. So it just kind of all unfolds, and it's just an incredible, incredible edition. And let me see what the runtime is. So the movie is actually from 1989. It's in English, Spanish, and Italian, running at 122 minutes long. But I do think that they have a Blu-ray release of this movie as well. And so if you don't want to spring for the 4K, I'm sure the Blu-ray will be cheaper. But this 4-disc like limited edition just is just loaded with special features. It's just absolutely incredible. If you're a fan of Alejandro Jodorowsky, this is definitely the definitive version to get of the film. This next movie I actually watched only about like a week ago or so, but I really enjoyed it, and so I'm going to recommend it in this video. This is from 2003, and it's 98 minutes long, and that is the movie Skin Deep. I should also add that it is in English. So this is an interesting film. This movie, it just feels, again, it has that same feeling of just feeling like it was very lived in, and the world is very like well thought through and just built out, and there's so much detail. And the bad guys like hideaway or their house was reminded me a lot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, where it's like in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, there's like, you know, these tunnels of like all this stuff, just junk and Christmas lights, and it's very like, it feels very detailed, and same feeling in this movie in parts, where it's just, it feels very detailed, and you can kind of tell that some of the costumes are, you know, kind of you know, on the cheaper side, but it's still fun. I feel like if you just don't take it too seriously, you'll have a really fun time with this one. And the one I forget what his name is. Let's see, Warwick Davis. Yes, he's in this film. So the guy who plays Leprechaun, and he's in Harry Potter films, and he's in this movie as Plate, I believe is his name. And yeah, it's such a fun movie, and I don't even know how else to describe it besides just being a fun movie that if you really just sit back and relax, I feel like this is a fun one. So, Skin Deep. This next one I feel like is a must-have for every zombie fan out there. This is a film that I actually have not watched this on 4K yet, and I need to. I've only seen this on VHS, but from what I remember on VHS, it was such a fun movie that maybe this Halloween I'll actually sit down and rewatch this on 4K. But I decided to add it into this video because I had such a great time with it even on VHS, and so I am sure the 4K of this looks incredible, and that is the movie Zombie Holocaust, or another alternate title would be Dr. Butcher MD. And so I watched this, the VHS, and it's titled Dr. Butcher MD, but I believe Zombie Holocaust is a better known title for the film. And the slipcover is absolutely incredible, and it's an amazing quality slipcover. But you have here the 4K, and this is a film from 1980. And let's see, It is 89 minutes long, but then there was Dr. Butcher MD, which is from 1981, and that's in English, and that's 82 minutes. So I believe it's a situation where Dr. Butcher MD was an American cut. I could be mistaken in that, so please correct me in the comments if I am mistaken. But I believe Zombie Holocaust was the original film from 1980. And so 89 minutes or versus the Dr. Butcher, which is 82 minutes. But yeah, it is absolutely loaded with special features as well. And I believe this is a 4-disc edition of the film. Yeah, four discs. Yes, Dr. Butcher MD, also known as Zombie Holocaust. But the last item that I wanted to recommend is actually a box set. Now, if you are a fan of Severin, you'll know that they really shine with their box sets. In fact, in my opinion, I believe their box sets are some of their strongest releases that they do. I feel like the quality of the actual physical box set is really nice. The contents of the box set are also just amazing. There's a lot of variety when it comes to their different box sets. And yeah, I absolutely love them. I'm trying to collect all of them, and so this sale, there's actually 3 that I'm hoping to pick up. But like I said earlier, that on Saturday only is their box set day, and so if you're looking at any, you know, maybe save some money on Friday to purchase them on Saturday. But this is one that I would recommend checking out and grabbing. I believe this half off would be $65. I'm not. I could be mistaken in that. But that is the Christopher Lee collection, or the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee. And so this it's a 9-disc Blu-ray set, plus a book. So there's 8 Blu-rays and 1 CD. I'll show off the side here. This is all the films that are in the box set. In the back, it's just an incredible box that there is just so much great stuff in. And let's see, I'll show the bottom here. But all of their box sets, for the most part, some of the other ones are like designed a little different. But these ones, the lid actually lifts off, and then you have in here individual Blu-ray cases, which I absolutely love. Boxes like the All Haunts Be Ours, that is designed slightly different than this, and so that's a little bit more of, it's like a booklet of Blu-rays, and that slides into an outer case. But I really like these ones that have the individual Blu-ray cases. But they just kind of come out of the box here. And I'll show these movies here really quick. The first one here is from 1964. It's in black and white, 90 minutes, and in English. I think this is the one, there was one in here that I really had a good time with. I feel like it was such a fun movie. The next one here, this is from 1963. It's black and white, 79 minutes, and in Italian. This is the one. Yeah, this is one that, honestly, for 79 minutes long, it was honestly a pretty fun time. The next one here is from 1964. It's in black and white, 85 minutes, and in English or Italian. This is one that I feel like Christopher Lee did, where it was a Sherlock Holmes movie. I believe this might have been the only time. Yeah, I think this is the only performance that he ever did as Sherlock Holmes, and it's from 1962, black and white, 86 minutes long, and English/German. So this is a set that at first I was very excited about, this next movie, but unfortunately I have yet to actually finish this one. Everything else I watched in this box set, but this one I got about halfway through, and I just kind of gave up on it. I need to sit down and rewatch it. So I will say this is, in my opinion, the weakest part of the box set, and this is a mini series that he was kind of would like introduce each episode, and so I just feel like the episodes kind of varied in quality. Some were actually pretty good, some were very, very boring. I don't know if I was just not in the right headspace when I was watching this, but for me, I just did not find it very interesting. But it is in color. It's from 1971 to 1972. It's 610 minutes long, and it is in English. And yeah, this is the the fun little mini series that he would be like the introduction part to all of them. Kind of think of it as like the Crypt Keeper from Tales of the Crypt. So I need to actually sit down and finish the series. I got about halfway through it, but this is the one that I really enjoyed. I actually, this is kind of what made this box set just like definitely worth grabbing for me, which I believe you might be able to buy this individually. So if you do not want to buy the entire box set, this is probably, I would recommend grabbing just this movie. But this is from 1967, 84 minutes long. It's in English/German and also in color. I really thought this one was a fun one, and it was again fun uses of color. I feel like I'm a big fan of different types of color and stuff like that in a movie. But then also with this, it comes with a really nice like booklet here, which is pretty nice. I believe, let's see, how many pages is it? 100 and nope. 93, 94, 95, 96, 96 page booklet. So definitely not a small book, but if you are a fan of Christopher Lee, this is by far one of like a must-have. I know Christopher Lee has his fans out there, and I'm sure if you're a fan, this is definitely one that you already have, but I'm hoping to pick up the volume 2 of this set. They made 2 different volumes. This is the green one, and then there's the volume 2, which is the red box, and I do not own that one yet, so that's on my wish list this year. But yeah, the Christopher Lee box set. But that is everything that I would recommend picking up. Obviously, this is a varying, you know, types of movies and different tastes, and so, you know, some of these movies might not be for you. Might be some movies that I did not talk about that are some of your favorites. So I am curious, what are some of your favorite Severin Films releases? What are some films that you are planning on picking up from Severin Films? The sale only lasts just this weekend. I believe it goes from Friday to Tuesday, I believe. So it's a pretty short sale, but I am very excited. One of my goals within my movie room is to actually own all of the Severin Films releases. I've been actually watching a decent amount of them recently, and so I feel like it's a company that, again, I just feel like is so much fun. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.